Hello again, everyone. For this video, I want to talk about coping skills. And for this video, I would specifically like to talk about the coping skills that I used in my recovery because, these are incredibly important, not only for someone in recovery, but somebody recovering from a trauma, somebody like me recovering from a food addiction or trying to recover from a food addiction, somebody experiencing grief. Coping skills can be used, really with anything in your everyday life. And so, just to get started, some of the main ones that I used were journaling, um, talking with my higher power or praying, however you want to say it, attending church, going to NA meetings, and really spending time with my family and building that support system. So, first of all, journaling. I have journaled since I was a young kid. I actually have found journals that I used to have when I was little, or not little, but old enough to start doing stuff like that. And I almost threw them away because really, when I get into my teenage years and into high school, my journals are dark. I was really depressed. I was really suicidal. I honestly don't know how I survived high school, but I did. I did somehow, and so but maybe journaling was one of those coping skills that kept me going. Because I would write about everything every day, and most of my entries would start with, oh man, I just want to die today. And that's really sad. It's really sad and scary to go back through that stuff and read it and realize I was keeping all that stuff inside because they didn't know about mental health and how to help us. My mom took me to my primary care doctor and he wrote me a prescription. Like, come on, that's not what I needed. But journaling really got me through it and through my addiction. I have notebooks somewhere, can't find them, from my addiction. um, so after journaling, praying, reaching out to my higher power, talking to the universe, whatever. I got into a habit of where I would always pray in the shower and, just tell him, like, hey, these are the things that I need. These are the people that I'm thinking about. These are the people that are sick that need to get better. Pray for me, pray for my daughter, pray for my recovery. I mean, and it can be really powerful. Um, I have people that reach out to me and say, hey, can you please pray for my kid? Or hey, can you please pray for me to have some guidance? Because they know that I pray every day and that my prayers are powerful. That's just the truth. The third thing was going back to church, getting back in church. Not everybody's religious. Not everybody has a religion. There are, and I respect those people 100%. I was not. I started out as a Christian, and then teenage years, early 20s, I was not a Christian. I was not living as a Christian. I was not reading my Bible. I was not singing in church. I was not going to church. I was not doing any of those things. But getting back into church has helped me tremendously because it gives me responsibility, gives me accountability, and it gives me a huge, wide network of support that I didn't have before, which has truly been amazing. And I know that God opened those doors for me because when Erin was born, my grandma bought her a baptismal gown, and I wanted her to wear it. I wanted her to be baptized because um, I knew in my heart that that's what I needed. I needed to baptize my daughter. So I called my home church. I called the pastor and I said, hey, I would like to have my daughter baptized. And he said, well, why don't you come down for a meeting? So I went down, we talked about where I was, who I was, why I wanted to be at St. Peter's. And he said, if you will make an effort to come to church and show me that you can come to church and want to come to church, then I will baptize your daughter. And we started going and we never stopped. And now I'm singing in the choir. I'm leading the praise band. Yeah, leading the praise band. They asked, all the praise band quit when the music director retired. And so they came to me and was like, hey, we need to get this praise band going again. Are you willing to sing? And I said, well, I guess I will. And it's kind of led other people to join with me. So that's been a real great blessing. On top of that, the okay, so when I was in high school, I was an assistant my senior year to the band director and the choral director. And the band director that I was the assistant for is now playing the keyboard for us at church. And he just took the position. So that's been really cool, getting to sing and play with people that I know and that I have those relationships with. So that was really cool. The fourth thing, NA. You have to have some kind of support somewhere, whether it be going to a doctor, going to a doctor's appointment, having a counselor, having a therapist, going to Celebrate Recovery, or oh gosh, I can't think. Even AA. You could go to AA if there are no NA meetings, at a time when you can attend. You can always go to AA. They are incredibly welcoming there. But you have to have some kind of support system behind you that understands what you're going through. Yes, family and friends are great, but unless they've been there, they don't know the constant struggle that it is to be in recovery and to have cravings and to want to use drugs, but want better for yourself at the same time. They just don't get that. So you have to have some kind of mutual aid support that gets it. You know what I mean? And the fifth thing, widening that support system. I have spent so much time building back the relationships with my family, and it has been incredible for us. Aaron is so loved. I'm so loved. I have so much support. I have, 5 or 6 people on my call list that if I'm in trouble or I need help or I need somebody to talk to, I can call any one of them and they're just a phone call away. They would come get me if I needed them to come get me. And they've just been there. They have been my cheerleader. They have helped me through so many struggles that I have been through in recovery that it's insane. God has really provided a way for my recovery. Plain and simple. Um, so, coping skills, coping skills, coping skills. If you are trying to stop using drugs, if you're trying to start eating better, if you are trying to get over the death of a loved one, you have to have some coping skills in place or you will fail. Period. If anybody needs to talk, I'm always available. I'm always a phone call away. If you're experiencing addiction and you need somebody to talk to, private or comment, and I'll figure out how to send you my number or email, or somehow we'll get in touch. Let me know if you need me. Thanks, guys.